Thank you for visiting us at Blue Line Law Firm. We just wanted to give you commonly asked questions about probate. Probate is a court-supervised process for identifying and gathering the assets of a deceased person, paying the decedent's debts, and distributing the decedent's assets to his or her beneficiaries. In general, the decedent's assets pay the probate proceedings cost, the decedent's funeral expenses, then the decedent's outstanding debts. The remainder of the assets is distributed to the decedent's beneficiaries. You can find the probate code in the state statutes. There are two main types of probate administration: formal administration and summary administration. There is also a non-court supervised administration proceeding called disposition of personal property without administration. This type of administration applies only in limited circumstances. Probate assets are those assets owned in the decedent's sole name at death, or owned by the decedent and one or more co-owners, and lacked a provision for automatic succession of ownership at death. Examples of assets or property that may be probate assets may include: a bank account or investment account in the sole name of a decedent is a probate asset. A bank account or investment account owned by the decedent and payable on death or transferable on death to another, or held jointly with rights of survivorship with another, may not be a probate asset. A life insurance policy, annuity contract, or individual retirement account payable to the decedent's estate is a probate asset. A life insurance policy, annuity contract, or individual retirement account payable to a beneficiary may not be a probate asset. Real estate titled in the sole name of the decedent, or the decedent's name and another person as tenants in common, is a probate asset unless it is homestead property. Real estate titled in the name of the decedent and one or more other persons as joint tenants with rights of survivorship is not a probate asset. Also, property owned by spouses as tenants by the entirety is not a probate asset on the death of the first spouse to die, but goes automatically to the surviving spouse. Probate may be necessary to transfer ownership of the decedent's probate assets to the decedent's beneficiaries. Probate may also be necessary to wind up the decedent's financial affairs. Administration of the decedent's estate ensures that the decedent's creditors are paid if certain procedures are correctly followed. If the decedent left a valid will, the court will admit the will to probate to transfer ownership of probate assets to the named beneficiaries. If the decedent had no will, probate might be necessary to pass ownership of the decedent's probate assets to those receiving them under law. Some assets do not require a probate proceeding to transfer ownership. You should contact us at Blue Line Law Firm to provide specific guidance. One of the biggest questions are: how long does the probate process take? It depends on the facts of each situation. For example, the personal representative may need to sell real estate before settling the probate estate, or resolve a disputed claim filed by a creditor, or a lawsuit filed to challenge the validity of the will. Any of these circumstances would tend to lengthen the process of administration. Even the simplest of probate estates must be open for at least the 3-month creditor claim period. It is reasonable to expect that a simple probate estate will take about 6 to 8 months to properly handle. If the has to file tax returns, the final accounting and other documents necessary to close the probate estate are first due within 12 months after the court issues letters of administration to the personal representative. This period may be extended if necessary. If the estate is required to file a federal estate tax return, the return is initially due 9 months after the date of the decedent's death. However, other documents to close the probate administration are due within 12 months from the date the estate tax return as extended is due. This date may also be extended if necessary. Again, this is general information provided to you as only a guidance with the assistance of the Probate Consumer Pamphlet by Blue Line Law Firm. Please contact us for more information.